General Sam Okiding, the Deputy CDF of the UPDF, my sister, the Honorable District Woman Representative for Kapelebiong, Honorable Jacinta Tuto, Papemormor, the resident city and district commissioners who are here with us, the chairman LC5 Kapelebiong, Honorable Joaquin Martin, the church and the bereaved family, all the mourners gathered here today. My name is Kenneth Ongalo Obote. I am the Minister of State in charge of Teso Affairs in the office of the Prime Minister. And I am also the Member of Parliament for Kalaki County. I seek your indulgence for speaking before my time because I have to go to Usuk for the burial of an 80-year-old woman. I say that because it is very relevant to the death before us here today. The old woman in Usuk, 80 years, she was born, she bloomed into a girl, she was married, she produced her children, she saw her grandchildren, and as is accepted in science and in the Bible, she died at 80. And here we are, bearing a flower that was cut off before its time, before it could open up and give us the full smell of that promise. It was cut off and it has wilted, not because of an accident, not because of an illness, but because of the cold-hearted, deliberate act of an individual cutting her life short. From the death of faith, however much we talk here now, we will not restore her to the family. But I can promise you two things here. One, I am going to take a personal interest in this case. I am going to find out, first of all, why that medical report is not here today. Amojong Tedia Cham, if you hear that these people have been transferred to Mbale, that they have been taken away from Soroti for any reason, let me know. We want to make sure that justice is not only done, but justice is seen to have been done. And for that reason, I want to request all the people who are involved. Usually when we have a tragedy like this, all of us, we are all hurt, we are all annoyed, we are all very sad, we all promise we will do everything for justice. But 2-3 days from now, life goes on, other things happen, and very soon this is forgotten. And before long you will hear that those guys have been given bail. And before long you will hear that they have been released. And you will hear that the school has been opened. If it was up to me, I would sell that school and use the proceeds to support this family. If it was up to me. But what I will do is to follow this case. I want to warn everybody involved in this case that if there is any semblance of perversion of justice, I will be there and we will correct it. I want to also encourage all institutions from LC1 to RCCs, RDCs, and we in cabinet will come up with a policy to regulate private schools. this business of anybody just coming up and opening a school anywhere and beginning to take our children, whom we give to them with a lot of trust, and then they turn our children into sacrificial material. We must make sure that these schools are vetted. Before we entrust our children to these schools, we should know who these people are. What is their background? Who is this person who wants us to give them our children? 2 days only, and this kid is dead. This must change. And I want to warn you, Katunga, this is also happening with all these funny churches which are now coming up. You don't even know who these people are. They open up a church and you begin running to join churches which are actually cults. I live for Geresa, I would rather come and you pray for me, I join the Catholic. Because I know the bishop up to the pope. But the church comes, you don't even know who is the bishop, the husband is the bishop, the wife is the pastor, the son is the treasurer, and you are also joining it. Right? This is very bad. So I can promise you that we will make sure that justice for faith is carried out, and that the people who terminated the life of faith must be punished, must be severely punished. We will do that. As I conclude, for her first term, and as long as I'm the Minister of Teso Affairs, I'll give you 500,000 every term to make sure that this girl goes to the school she deserves, that this girl should be happy and should be protected and should feel safe wherever she is. May God grant Faith eternal rest. And may God help us bring the people who cut short the life of Faith to justice.